This week on Council Bluffs News, we ride along with the people who pick up your trash. See how these hard workers keep our city looking beautiful. Tech gurus come together for the U.S. Open Robotic Championships at the Mid-America Center. See all the latest technology and how this will make the future look even brighter. Plus, this is who we are. We put you in the driver's seat at Joe's Karting. See what's around Turn 3 in this month's Chamber Spotlight. And Gary Strike joins us in studio to tell us how you can keep your yard looking great for the upcoming mowing season. That and more, all on this week's Council Bluffs News. Hello, welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Aaron Zach. They're dirty jobs, but the efforts of many help keep our community clean. We're talking curbside collection, and we're taking you out to the streets to recognize the hard work. It's just another day for curbside collection.
Try to pick up the garbage as fast as you can and as cleanly as you can.
Holden Furler is a driver for Red River Waste Solutions. His day begins early.
Wake up, go, and I get my truck, come back up here.
Then he and his crew hit their route. Working as a group, the team picks up solid waste, also known as trash.
Yeah, I think for the most part it's about 20 houses per block.
Furler says working this job, he's seen it all.
Deer carcasses. That's kind of shocker when you just dump the can and there's dead deer and blood all over and you're like, well, okay.
For Furler, it's just another day of work. But for others, the most common question is,
how do you handle the smell? Don't smell. Don't sniff.
After 3.5 hours on the road, Furler and his crew unload at the landfill in Mills County before returning to Council Bluffs.
And then it's just running the whole route again just for the yard waste.
As for the recycled items, those are picked up by another hardworking group.
So now they're picking up trash, recycling, and yard waste different times.
It's a collaborative effort by a number of people.
It's a good joint process between our trash company and the health department.
And recycled material is excellent for the environment.
When you take an existing pop can, you melt that down, remold it, and make it into a new can, it saves 90 to 95% of the energy it would to go out and get the drill or mine for the iron ore, bring it back and convert it into an aluminum can.
And that's what's keeping the Council Bluffs Recycling Center busy. This is the destination for recycling and yard waste material. Curbside collection is brought here, but residents can also bring material in themselves, with a few limitations.
The only thing that's really specific to Council Bluffs and Pot County residents is our household hazardous materials. So that's your paint, your rechargeable batteries, your chemicals.
From trash collection to yard waste and recycling. People are working dirty jobs, all in an effort to preserve the beauty of Council Bluffs.
It's nice to be appreciated for some stuff instead of being like, oh, yeah, this is just the garbage guy. He's gonna clean up the mess on the street.
Yard waste collection in Council Bluffs began April 3rd. The CB Recycling Center asked residents to put all yard waste in containers marked with a Y. Yard waste placed in plastic bags will not be collected. Also, cut branches and limbs into lengths of no greater than 4 feet and use string or twine, not wire or nylon rope to get them together. For a complete list of all the acceptable items, visit councilbluffs-ia.gov. Click on Recycling Center under Government Departments.
The partnership is part of the Trees Please campaign. Mid-America Energy has been a sponsor of the Trees Planting program for 25 years. This year's grant to the city, $20,000, with half of that going towards planting trees at Tom Hanavan River's Edge Park.
And the other half of the grant is unspecified at this point in time. So this money's good through now till next spring, so we've got time to find other places to plant other trees yet.
According to Mid-American Energy, trees can help save energy, prevent soil erosion, and help clean the air. The company is also sponsoring a Plant Some Shade program, allowing customers to buy trees at a discounted price of $30. Pre-order forms and more information is available at councilbluffs-ia.gov. Distribution will take place April 29th.
Smart kids with a competitive streak. Council Bluffs welcomes them from near and far for the 2017 U.S. Open Robotic Championship. IWTV student Mike Simmons has the story.
An event that has been going on since 2009.
It's very well organized and the kids are having a great time.
Brings thousands of visitors to Council Bluffs.
Almost 500 teams have registered for here. We've got teams from 40 states, from China, from Hong Kong, and from Canada as well.
The Create Foundation hosts the U.S. Open Robotics Championship at the Mid-America Center. The event takes place April 6th and features tournament competitions in multiple categories.
We're playing the game called Create Junior Moto Math. It's a game for 4th, 5th, and 6th graders.
2 teams are randomly paired up to score as many points as possible in 90 seconds.
Our team has been doing really well.
Chemistry is crucial. Team members try to acclimate with each other just before competition begins.
All of the different teams come to work on their robots, strategize, meet with their co-teams, their co-driver teams, so they can determine what their strategy is going to be during the actual performances in the tournament.
Some schools bring multiple teams to compete in different competitions during the tournament.
We have 3 total teams. Each team has 4 students. We brought 2 of our teams with us to U.S. Nationals as they qualified during the year. And the participation's been fantastic. The kids have been doing a great job.
Competitors receive support in multiple ways, some in person, some online.
We're webcasting, so people around the world are watching, so grandmas and grandpas in other cities are able to see their kids, their grandkids play and have fun.
The students are also judged by the creation of their robot.
Ask them questions about the robot, their design. We judge them based on their teamwork and creativity of their design, as well as their safety, because that's an important factor.
The event is both fun and educational.
They're learning a lot of things. They don't really realize it. It's kind of sneaky education. They're learning things about math and science and technology, but they're doing it in a fun way.
Donations to Create are politely accepted and help thousands of students encounter a low-cost learning experience. To learn more information about the competition and how you can donate, visit create-found.org/roboticchampionship.php. For Council Bluffs News, I'm Mike Simmons.
300 people from 2 states come together to raise awareness for child abuse. That begins our coverage in News Around the Bluffs. April 8th, the Bob Carey Pedestrian Bridge serves as the meeting grounds for the mayors of both Council Bluffs and Omaha. Mayor Gene Stothert and Mayor Matt Walsh both give proclamations urging locals to come together to prevent child abuse. The 5th annual Pinwheels for Prevention is hosted by the Prevent Child Abuse Potawatomi County and the Shaken Baby Task Force as part of Child Abuse Awareness Month.
It was a beautiful day, and it's so nice that the mayors were able to come out and support Prevent Child Abuse Potawatomi County and the Shaken Baby Task Force during April as Child Abuse Prevention Month. I really appreciate the fact that the mayors could both join us at the center of the Bob Carey Pedestrian Bridge.
After the mayoral proclamations, attendees are invited to partake in the 5K run and are treated to clowns, balloon animals, and other family activities. It's the end of a journey in Council Bluffs for Bob Munt, a well-respected man, friend, and true businessman for the Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce. Thursday, April 6th, people from Council Bluffs gather at the Council Bluffs Country Club to say their farewells to Bob Munt. Bob is the president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce in Council Bluffs and has been on the board for 25 years. He has accepted a new position in Appleton, Wisconsin as president and CEO of the Fox Cities Regional Chamber of Commerce. Before Bob leaves, he shares what he will miss most about being on the board.
I think that the people, obviously, I've gotten to know so many good people, the staff here, the board, the volunteers, leaders in the community. I've known so many people here, and that's what I'll miss most. And just the ability to be able to, call somebody up and go out and, have a drink or do something, that's what I'll miss.
The Chamber is putting together a search committee that will seek candidates for a new president, and they hope to have it filed within the next 3 to 4 months. Bob is set to leave in mid-April and will be greatly missed. If you would like to know more information about the Chamber of Commerce, go to councilbluffsiowa.com. It's the moment every Cubs fan has been waiting and waiting and waiting for. The chance to see a trophy that eluded them for over a century. After 108 years of waiting, the Chicago Cubs won the World Series last fall. On April 4th, the World Series trophy visits Council Bluffs at Abraham Lincoln High School. The trip was originally slated to take place in February before being postponed until the opening week of the 2017 season. Cubs fans from around the area flocked to see the Commissioner's Trophy for the chance to get their picture taken with the prestigious relic.
It's almost unbelievable because we're, 7-8 hours from Chicago, and I was fortunate enough last year to be able to make a couple games at Wrigley Field, and to actually see the trophy is really neat.
The trophy actually made a stop in Omaha back in February. The trip to Council Bluffs was orchestrated by Mayor Matt Walsh and AL journalism instructor Gary Apple. This is the final stop on the 4-month-long tour of the trophy. Still to come on Council Bluffs News, this is who we are. Joe's Karting is the place to be. Find out what you can experience as we strap in at Joe's Karting in this month's Chamber Spotlight. Plus, with Easter just around the corner, the Council Bluffs Park and Recreation Department is teaming up with the Roberts Park Neighborhood Association to host its annual Easter egg hunt. See all the excitement. But coming up next, Gary Strike of Strike Turf joins us in studio to give us some helpful tips to creating a beautiful lawn this spring. Stay tuned.
Don't ignore the subtext. It's on us to intervene in sexual assault. Because we can. Take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to Council Bluffs News. I'm Aaron Zach. Joining me in studio today is Gary Strike. He is the owner and operator of Strike Turf in Council Bluffs. Gary, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Springtime is here, which means it's time to get that lawnmower out, but with it comes a lot of work. And people have been asking me all week, when is the best time to aerate your yard?
Well, the best time to aerate your lawn is in the fall because aeration makes a tremendous seed bed, and it's just, you don't ever want to let that go to waste. And the best types of seed to use in the Council Bluffs area are Super Turf 2, which is a fine leaf fescue mix, and then either Sun and Shade mix, which is a combination of bluegrasses and ryegrasses, fine leaf ryegrasses.
Watering is also very key in this process. I've been asked a lot of times as well, when is the best time to water your yard?
The best time to water your lawn is from about 4 o'clock in the morning till about 10 o'clock in the morning. Probably the most important part of watering is to never water after 6 o'clock at night. You never, ever want your lawn to go to bed wet.
And why is that?
Well, that's because it remains wet and it has a tendency to develop fungus problems such as leaf spot, melting out, brown patch, and the worst one of all, Fusarium roseum, by going to bed wet.
I did not know that. What about fertilizing? Because whenever I talk to people and I bring up the fertilizing word, they just start freaking out because they're afraid they're going to kill their grass.
Well, that can happen if you use like a high nitrogen product, and especially if it's not slow release. We use a combination of like a 1700 in the spring, which is 50% slow release, like sulfur-coated urea or something like that. That way you're not going to get a burn, plus the fact that you're going to get a slow release of the nitrogen over a 6-week period so that you're not going to mow yourself to death.
And is there a place where one can pick up fertilizer or all these products, or do you think it's better to hire somebody?
Well, it's always nice if they hire someone. However, you can pick these up at your local garden center at places like Sherbondi, where they can give you excellent advice, or any of the other garden centers throughout the city.
And if people want to know more about your company, they can go to striketurf.com.
Correct. Striketurf.com is correct.
All right, Gary, thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you. Coming up after the break, we head out to Joe's Karting. Find out how the indoor go-karting racing facility is the best place to go in this month's Chamber Spotlight. Stay tuned.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He knows he's a pretty big deal. How could you not love him?
The We Don't Coast brand is a celebration of who we are, where we are, and how we operate. It belongs to the 30-plus communities who make up the greater Omaha area, including Council Bluffs. The Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce is proud to help push this regional campaign. Here's a look at one of its many members.
Hello, my name is Buddy Ray, Operations Manager here at Joe's Karting, and this is who we are. We are your place to race. Joe's Karting, we opened up in 2009. We race indoor go-karts. They do reach speeds up upwards of 45 miles an hour. I get asked that every day. How fast do the go-karts go? It's a fun place to hang out. You know, there's a lot to do in Council Bluffs, a lot of entertainment value here in town, but we kind of spice it up. You know, you've been here before, so you know what this is like. It's adrenaline packed, and it's addictive. You'll have fun. You know, there's a need for this. You go to your bigger cities, your Des Moines, your Kansas Cities, your Minneapolis, they have karting facilities. Well, Council Bluffs is on the cusp of being this great entity here in the Midwest. Why not have a go-kart place inside Council Bluffs? I like to hang out with my customers, get to know them, see what they like to do, you know, how do they like to spend their money, stuff like that. And then I kind of cater some of my sales promotions towards my customers. I don't just sit in my office and go, well, let's do this. I'm like, well, you know, so-and-so is doing this and so-and-so is doing this, and I'm seeing a pattern, so let's offer it to them. And, you know, so I really try to look out for the best interest of my customers. But hey, I've learned that from a lot of great people here in Council Bluffs. So we price our racing considerably less than what the national average is. Here, when you come into Joe's, a race is $15. You buy 2 races, it's $28.50. 3 races is $40.50. So the more you buy, the more you save versus paying $20, $25 a race every single race. We have our VIP for all you people that have been inside Joe's. Come in and get the VIP. It's a great deal. Remember, I said a race is $15. For example, $205, we're giving you 24 races up front. That's an incredible deal. That's $7.50 a race. You won't get that anywhere in the nation. The racing action in here, you go to other karting facilities in the Midwest, they're a lot bigger. I'm not gonna lie, they're a lot bigger. But what happens is when you get to a big track, you get drawn out on that track and you're like, oh, well, okay, this is fun, this is all right. Here at Joe's, it's more of a bull ring. It's a smaller track. So you might get sprung out for that one lap, but within the next lap, you're racing side by side, and it's true racing. We just want you guys to come in here, have fun, be able to go down the road and say, hey, go over here and check this out. This is something that's not offered in Omaha. For once, you don't have to go to a major metropolitan area. You can stay right here in Council Bluffs. Joe's is a proud member of the Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce, and here, we don't just coast, we take care of business.
Easter is the only time it's a good idea to put all of your eggs in one basket. April 8th, 8 days before the big holiday, the Council Bluffs Parks and Recreation Department partners with the Roberts Park Neighborhood Association to host the annual Easter egg hunt. Council Bluffs resident Ozzie Smith says free events like this help bring the community together.
I think it's a good social opportunity, especially with everything that's been going on in the world. It's good to see that people can still get together and we can still have fun together and not put restraints on why we all come together.
The Council Bluffs Fire and Police Departments also lend a hand showing children equipment, passing out stickers, and other treats. Along with the Easter egg hunt, face painting is also a part of the fun.
Coffee and politics. That's what's on the menu at Woodrow Wilson Middle School. The final of 6 legislative coffees of the season takes place on April 8th. Concerned citizens have the chance to write down questions to ask the representatives of local districts. Council Bluff resident William Beatty makes it a priority to go to the legislative coffees and says he'd like to see the representatives take action on what they say.
Well, the importance is to not let them to just go to their lobbyists and make up their own bills. It should be the voice of the people. They're elected by the people. They should be subject to what we tell them. But that isn't how it works in today's world.
Some of the issues covered include tax cuts and collective bargaining. The legislative coffee will be taking a bit of a break for now, but is expected to return this fall with another series of forums. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Bowen Peterson.
Still to come on Council Bluffs News, plenty of furry friends are still looking for a good home. We'll meet them in our Pets of the Week. And a look at our events calendar to wrap up the show.
Dad's home!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Hello, I'm Terry Gatch-Mills, and welcome into Pets of the Week. We've got 8-year-old Whiskers here, and his file number is 23855. He's a sweet little guy, very affectionate, very loving, and he will be at PetSmart with some of our cats on display there during working hours. Go visit him. Again, this is Whiskers, 23855. This is another one of our sassy senior cats, and his file number is 23690. He's 8-year-old Skittles, and he really is just as sweet as the candy. Again, this is Skittles, file 23690. Here's another one of our seniors, and his name is Kitty Boy, better known as KB around here. He's large and in charge. His file number is 16615, and he's 8 years old, but he is very active and he likes to play, and he loves other cats and dogs. Again, this is Kitty Boy, file 16615. Our youngest cat featured today is Zoe, and her file number is 16616. She's 4 years old, and she was brought in with Kitty Boy, so they're a great match. They don't have to be adopted together, but they sure would like to be. She likes dogs and cats. And again, this is Zoe, file 16616. And if you're interested in any of the pets that you've seen on today, please come down to Midlands Humane Society, located at 1020 Railroad Avenue. And also, please remember that we have our biggest fundraiser of the year coming up, Friday, May 5th. It's our Derby event. It's full of food, fun, and Fido fashion show. If you'd like more information, please visit our website at midlandshumanesociety.org.
Time now for our weekly events calendar. Have a fun night out with your significant one while enjoying some delicious wine and an array of signature desserts by some of the top area chefs and bakers in the area for the 4th annual Senior Core Dessert Auction. Thursday, April 13th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Mall of the Bluffs food court, guests will get to outbid each other to see who will get the dessert they want. All the proceeds will benefit the Foster Grandparent Program. For more information, visit connectionsAAA.org. Calling all elementary and middle school wrestling fans. Heartland USA Elementary and Middle School National Folk Style Duels are coming to the Mid-America Center April 13th through the 15th. Over 40 elementary and 38 middle school teams are set to participate in this year's event. Doors will open at 6:30 a.m. on April 14th and the duels start at 8 a.m. For more information about the event, go to nebraskausawrestling.org. Pace, Potawatomi Arts, Culture, and Entertainment is hosting a Stained Glass Windows of Council Bluffs trolley tour Saturday, April 15th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Guests will explore some of the city's finest stained glass windows. Stops will include St. John's Lutheran Church, St. John's Episcopal Church, and more. Participants will also learn the history of each window and how it was made. The cost of attending this fun event is $20 for Pace members and $25 for non-members. Deadline to register is April 12th. For more information, contact Emily Globe at emily@paceartsiowa.org. Thank you for tuning in and watching this week's Council Bluffs News. As always, CBTV is very eager to hear your feedback. If you'd like to send us your questions or comments, email them to cbtv@iwcc.edu, or you can call us at 712-325-3312. Or you can contact us on social media. We're on Facebook and Twitter. Just search CBTV17. And of course, keep it right here for the latest scores and updates for local sports in your community by tuning into the Bluffs Sports Zone with J.J. Davis. This is my last show for CBTV 17. It's been a complete honor to be working with every single person who's been a part of this show. I can't say enough how much I greatly appreciate every single person I've not only met, but worked with. From the Council Bluffs Chamber of Commerce to the Potawatomi County Community Foundation, the Iowa West Foundation, and all the small businesses. Thank you. I would also like to personally thank our General Manager of CBTV 17, Craig Carlson, and the host of the Bluffs Sports Zone, J.J. Davis. Without their support and guidance, I wouldn't be where I am today. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. This is not a goodbye. It's a see you later. So for one last time, for your Council Bluffs News, I'm Aaron Zack.